Hello, welcome back to the Let's Play of the Council, episode 2, Hide and Seek. I was about to say the mad ones again. Nope, that's episode 1. Last episode, I did a lot of puzzles. They kind of broke my brain. I was very, very frazzled. And now we're in a secret room behind Mortimer's studies. So, let's have a look at all this stuff. There's so much of it. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons to the army is ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia of the invasion plans of Custine and the army of the north. I will keep the Orestians out of Belgium. I am quickly returned to Paris as I sense the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Should you have any missions to give me, I invite you to go by as per usual, our friend Monsieur Peru. Sincerely yours, Charles Francois Donoulet, General of the Army of the North. Okay, kind of butchered his name at the end there, but, you know, forgive me. I'm not that good at French. I've kind of said that several times.
Traits.
It's a map of Asia.
Looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Okay, moving on. What's this say? My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that it will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. The Caesarina Catherine has every intention of supporting the Count of Provence and will recognize him as the regent of the Kingdom of France. Once King Louis has disappeared from the political stage, I am sorry to announce bad news, but expect dark times ahead. Your friend Elfriede Bauer. Well, Bauer, that's already happened. Louis gone, apparently. So, kind of expect the dark times to happen pretty soon. Good to know. Anything else I can find? My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you'll be rewarded for your information. You need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. Their representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave no hope of any arrangements involving us. Your friend Qinglong, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Okay. Interesting. I cannot pick up the golden elixir. Of course I can't. Why are they giving me so many of these? Like, so many things I've just picked up recently are golden elixirs I can't do anything with. William, whatever your project, it would seem that our father is against leaving you for grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing our family apart. Your loving brother. G. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at this precise present moment is conductive? Okay, he has a brother, and his brother's apparently planning on coming here. Or may already be here. Who knows? It's a map of Europe.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is.
It's more like millions.
Estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Okay. I don't really care to analyse the geopolitical situation right now. My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront your military, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement, and with a very, very heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you, in hopes of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Okay. Am I playing both sides? Well, Mortimer's playing both sides. Got maps of Asia, Europe. Okay. What else have we got? My dear friend, as deserved, I have been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where you gathered when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues: Leonard Blecker, Hugh Smith, Armstrong and Barnwell, Samuel Marsh, Angel D. Barkley, Benjamin Sasis, John Henry, John Bush, David Reedy. Thanks to your help, we shall soon be able to meet at my place, the Tonson Coffee House. I look forward to meeting you as soon as possible. Hugh Smith. Do you really want to list yourself amongst the people who are there? My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered in helping the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Iran, a ship bound for Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Mohammed El Kibir. Why are you transporting corpses with the plague unless you're hoping to spread the plague somewhere? That just seems silly. It's a map of the Americas.
This shows the forces present in America.
I don't really need to know the geopolitical situation again. I don't care. A gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, King of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son Samad will succeed him as planned. We'll be able to resume negotiations. Okay. Okay. If you say so, okay.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimor. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Most of them don't. What exactly was it I just got a trait for? Shepherd. Wait, what? Why does honest have two ends? Okay, weird. Shepherd. Gain 1 point in manipulation. You read the book about the weakness of human psyche, Lord Mortimer's secret study. Why is that a trait? You made it sound like it's a big deal. It's just a book that's in his study. It's no more interesting than everything else I found. Raw jelly, good. My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlesburg. If by chance you can intervene and if in chance you can intervene in my favour, I shall be eternally in your debt. For Caesarina Katharina should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend Nikolai Novikov. Or Nikolai Novikov. Okay. Dear Lord Mortimer, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. He must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men have little faith in becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across, which they will pass off as a wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth for me. Well, she's dead, John. Sorry to inform you. Dear Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that our plans in Poland are set to fail. Russia and Prussia are working in cohorts to bleed our dear Poland. We have no power here. We continue to maintain pressure as best we can on the Prussian border as agreed in order to occupy Frederick William's army, but I do not know how long we can keep it up. Your devoted servant, Elfried Bauer. Oh, there's Bauer again. What about this map? This is, well, have we not checked yet? Africa? Looks like Africa. It's a map of Africa.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer.
Apparently, analysing this geopolitical situation cost me nothing, so why not?
It shows a fair number of sea voyages being organized towards the American continent. No doubt with slaves. How many men are broken in this trade? Tens of thousands each year, according to what people say.
And do you care about that, Louis? Do you care? No, you don't. Globe. Nothing interesting about a globe, except there's a sword in it. Let's see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail.
Oh, now you recognize her writing.
What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Okay. I also have Sarah's notes. Interesting. I haven't actually even looked at the rest of the study yet. Hang on, I want to go and explore this bit. My dearest friend, our plans are going ahead wonderfully. Well, the Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed, and will probably be called Union Bank. As for construction of the White House, it is still tied to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You can trust me on this. I hope to see you soon. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of the State. Okay. What are those? What are those?
Great.
What is this?
Honey.
Honey? Look, I was thinking of something to do with the chemicals there, but apparently not. Periodic table.
Table of alchemical elements. So,
Oh, it's not the periodic
Lord
table.
Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Well, why wouldn't you?
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Yeah, I don't have the keys. Moving away. 7 points to unlock it without the appropriate keys. That's excessive. Okay, why would you just leave one of the keys for the box right here next to the box? That just seems stupid. Is there anything on
Am I
here?
seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even
Why
at
does
the
that
order,
surprise you?
it took us ages to get one of those.
Well, yes, but this is Mortimer. He's immune to science. Good to know. Hang on, why does him being at the cutting edge of science make him immune to science? That seems silly. Okay. Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vivendi peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase the pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. The people overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. If you can ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, a forced recruitment for a faraway conflict would be a perfect way to arouse the people definitely. Your devoted servant, Francois Alphonse Chalet de la Conjoli. I don't know if I'm saying any of his names even remotely correctly. You've got a lot of knickknacks. He's a terrible hoarder, isn't he? I'd hate to see what his partner would have to say about him to deal with all this.
They're about 20 centimeters long.
Why does he have those?
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais.
I mean, this guy seems to be believing everything right now, Louis. Lord Mortimer, if a tiger is dying, on your demand I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without help from the French. I cannot hold off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing in spite of your new rockets. Help us, Tippis Sahib, Sultan of Mysore. Okay, interesting.
Look, a pack of tarot cards.
No, God, it's not going to predict the plot,
Reading
is
the
it?
cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
It really shouldn't at this stage. Go on, it's going to be
It is a
important. It's
typical
apparently
draw
cost me
on a
nothing.
line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Okay. I was expecting a little bit more, you know, like you can actually do something from these, apparently not.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
What? Oh, there's literally scraps of paper and rolls already. Okay.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
No clue. Enlighten me, Louis. You're the one who probably knows more about the situation than I do. The Humani Corpus something or other.
Something strange about this table.
Examine the equipment, look at the instruments. Look at the
Little
instruments.
surgeon's perfect collection.
Okay, helpful. Well, he's gonna operate. I already knew he was immune to science,
Preservation
game.
of Formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
You've got to preserve somehow, Louis. It's not always a nice process. What's with the skulls? All the skulls. All of the goat head skulls. And one human head, I guess. But all of the goat head skulls. Maybe he does worship Satan. Dear Lord Mortimer, it's agreed I have changed the old lock for one of my inventions, drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Gullentine. Here is the model of your new lock. If you appreciate my prototype, it is difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door. The aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open, or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I called my invention the Judgment of Faith, because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. Gustav Montrant, Master Architect. Okay. Where is the model of the lock that it's talking
A
about?
skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
Wait a minute, Gustav? Oh. So that's how you treat your friends. Why am I surprised? He's clearly the bad guy here.
Pigeon, probably.
Okay. Pigeon feathers. Wonderful. What's this? This looks like something of the set of Indiana Jones.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton.
Examining inscriptions.
Strange. I don't recognize the alphabet. I wonder where the pictograms are from. It isn't Egyptian or Hebrew.
There are 2 inscriptions on the sides as well as on the top. No way to know what's underneath. Absolutely no idea what it's for, but I find this cube fascinating.
Okay. Good to know, Louis. Good to know. Well, I found just about everything I think I can find. Now, how do I actually get out of here?
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
I can still hear the bird through the door. Seriously? And hang on, wait, is this how I get out? I can't tell if that's actually the way out or if that's just a glitch. It doesn't say there's a tunnel there. Let's not go through that. Wait a minute, hang on. I just read a note saying that he had an improved lock of some kind that would kill any intruders that tried to leave. But it's the same lock, isn't it? Hang on, wait, is it the same lock? Yeah, 1, 2. Wait a minute, hang on. This was. Oh, the wheel's upside down. Wait, what? Hang on.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but the reverse, obviously, because I'm standing on the other side. Think about the lock. I don't want to spend points. Let's move away for a sec. If it's the same thing, then I just have to put the same oh, I gotta put it backwards and reversed. What was the code? Oh god. No, it wasn't 15. 1191. I think. Oh god. I didn't know I had to remember. It's definitely. This one was definitely a 9. So when it's showing a 9, I have to take 5 off. It'll be a 4. I think. Hang on. Get to 9. That looks like 9, but it's a 6 because it's upside down. That's 9. Okay, so go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, it's 4. And the rest of these are 1s, I believe. So there's the 1. So I gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the rest of these have to be on the thing that looks like a 9, but is actually a 6. No, that was the right call. Why is the camera panning round? I don't want it to do that. 4, 5, right, 6, 6, and you need to be on the 6 as well. I just went past it. God damn it! Is this the right code? Oh, I didn't know I'd have to remember a code. No one told me that. 9. There's nothing in here that tells me a code, is there? An alternative code. And this is the only other door.
It's locked.
But it's locked. And I can't do anything with it. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Listen. I can't pick up a golden elixir. Hang on. If I'm counting things right, I've probably used a lot of items in this chapter. If I use honey now. There we go. I'm drunk. Pick up the elixir. And I can pick that up now. Okay, good. So... What am I... Is this the right... Am I just going to have to take a chance on this one then? It was... Okay, the first number was definitely a 1, so that bit's right. Third part was definitely a 9, so this third one's correct. I just don't remember for sure about the second and the fourth. I remember I kept saying this was a 5, but it was actually a 1. I think this is right. Okay. I'm hoping so. It's a clever puzzle making me put it in reverse
the one on the other
and
side.
backwards. Ugh. Okay, lower the lever. Please don't kill me. Okie dokie. They've got good puzzles. They make you think. They're not patronizing or anything. Some cases too good, I guess.
Better not dwell on it then.
Yeah, just don't dwell on it, you know. All those things we find. Who cares? Oh, I got Master of Escape. What's that about? You gain 1 point in Subterfuge. You got out of Mortimer's secret study by yourself. Oh. So if I got it wrong, somebody would show up to help me? Okay, good to know. Oh, hang on. I haven't actually been through here. This is a, this book was covered by Piagi last time I was here. I can't analyze it free. Presentation of the Mortimer family.
Well, well.
history of the Mortimer lineage.
I know he has a
Looks
brother.
like his ancestors have always sought to improve society and have had an open attitude towards the arts.
Patronage of the Mortimer family?
This seems to be the list of grants and sponsorships given by the Mortimer family.
Oh god, that's a... I don't know how much
In
I really care about
1489,
these.
the Mortimer family participates in the purchase of the Caravel Santa Clara from Juan Nino, shipowner on behalf of Don Luis de la Cerda. The vessel will be renamed La Nina.
Okay.
In 1567, the Mortimer family.
Oh god, are
financed the
these just like
brickworks
more
in
dummy dates for the
Xinhongdao
code?
in China.
I didn't even look at this when I was thinking about what code opened the door, but
Guys,
if
a protocol gift
these
for
are all
Lord
years,
King,
any one of them could have been the
emperor of the
code.
Ming Dynasty.
Oh god. That's horrible.
In 1625,
Oh god, I bet
Mortimer
so many
family
people
allocated
went to
a
this book
pension.
straight away and
He
just
passed
thought,
down
right,
the
it's going to be one of these
generations
years.
to
Let
the
me write all of them
Navac family
down.
from Bordeaux, shipowners and
Oh,
refiners from
that's
father to son.
despicable.
A family known for their expedition staff. The family tree.
William Alexander Mortimer, first of his
First,
name.
William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity! Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
William Terence
The
Mortimer.
direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father, it states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer.
So it is like I said
He
back in
died in
episode 1, they're all
1275.
William Mortimer.
There's no chapter dedicated to his mother.
Yeah, I get the feeling the women aren't so well respected in this family. It is the same name, passed on from one generation to the next.
Lord William Alexander Mortimer,
Oh.
lover of the
I already know
arts
he's
and
immune
the
to
sciences.
science!
He took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, blah, blah.
Kind of my reaction
He's
towards
also
most
an
of us.
only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant.
See ever
All right.
ancestors.
For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there?
God, so many.
Only son, a descendant with a singular name. He also took a wife and had only one child, named William again.
You don't want to break the family tradition.
Another at random. William Mortimer again. Only son, him too. Born in 1573 and died in 1665.
There are so many dates here.
Mortimers lived to a
You'd
ripe old
never
age,
know.
that's for sure.
If
Discreet
you
again.
went into this
The summary
room,
states that he was an excellent merchant, and that towards the end of his life, he entered politics.
if you just entered this room, you knew nothing better about what the combination to that door is, you would honestly think, pick up this book and you'd think any one of those years could have perhaps been it. There's no telling. Literally nothing. You could. It was. I got very lucky. I didn't notice that book was there at all. I didn't even notice there was anything behind Pyagi first time around. Oh my god, that's despicable. Oh well, I got a lot of passes. I could have met Peru under strange circumstances. Oh, I missed something. Okay. It's not a failure, I just didn't see it happen. I don't know where everybody went after we all split up in the parlor. Huh. That could have been interesting. Oh wait, I don't think I'm gonna get to level 9. I've got several things that are increasing how much XP I get, but I still don't really feel like I'm getting that much of it, to be honest. 4 points. Right, hang on. I'm going to equip this in the next episode. Next episode. Well, next part of this act. So I get a point in science, linguistics, and erudition. So that's science. Linguistics is... which one's linguistics? This one's linguistics. And what's erudition? None of those. There we go. So I'm going to get 1 point in each of those. Can I use my +4 points to do something smart with that? I really can't. It usually lets me equip more than one book. So is any other book here I'm liable to equip fairly soon? I can get another book in science. Or erudition. I don't even understand what erudition is. What does it do? From the sound, cultural background, the arts, geography, and history. It doesn't sound that important. I haven't got the level 2 of any abilities here, so maybe I should think about getting that. Linguistics is coming up quite a bit, but still not particularly often. I don't know. I'm gonna put a point in logic because I like logic, and a point in occultism. 2 points in science. I mean, I know I'm going to equip this as soon as I can, and that's 1 point in science. If I equip another book in science, that'll be an instant level up for this. Which would be good, I guess. Or I can do this, and it helps me pick locks easier. To be honest, most of the picking locks are pretty low costs abilities, nonetheless. So, let's do 2 points. No. Yeah, let's just do 2 points science. There we go. It's difficult now, because a lot of my ability, a lot of the things I want are not exactly... Oh, we got a trophy for the Nightmare. We need another book in science. I shall pick either the Human Corpus Fabelica or Mysterium Cosmographum. Well, this is an important book in plot-wise, so sure, we'll get that one. So now I have level 2 in science, that's good. I got one more book to read. Erudition, logic, occultism, either of those would be pretty good. Erudition's the only one of those I actually have. Okay then. Yeah, that'll do. At least I'm getting quite a few manuscripts now. But that puzzle's devious. That combination puzzle. It didn't feel as bad as the Bible thing, because I just did it quickly.
Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Okay.
You're
Let's go do that.
joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Right. I can't check anything. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Everything I've learned about my mother so far in this episode has been from notes from the first time she was here that Emily, Holmes, and Mortimer all already know about. Even the sword information in Mortimer's study, none of it feels fresh. It all feels like a cold trail. If I follow this trail, I don't think I'm going to find my mother. So, this seems like a more pressing concern. I'm going to try and see if I can get anything useful out of this.
We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory.
Oh, I got a snooper trait. Which one was... There we go. You gained 1 point in subterfuge. You eavesdropped on the conversation between Pyagi and Volna.
How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any
Longinus?
case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
Aha. I can see very well you do not
How do they not see me?
understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Well, now I feel like that 1 point in
I didn't
subterfuge
want to
is
interrupt you.
undeserved.
I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
Let's delve deeper into the
I didn't mean
discussion.
to
Why
spy
not?
on you, but you caught my attention.
Pretend to know. This one will apparently cost me nothing. Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, I have options of psychology and manipulation. How are either of you at those traits? You're weak to manipulation, which is good. Volna is weak to diversion. I don't know how easily it can be manipulated. Let's do the manipulation. Let's pretend to know.
You brought spears as well, then?
What? Did Mortimer ask you to bring him holy spears too?
Yes, but I thought I was the only one. How many of them have you brought, then?
You mentioned the Spear of
18 in
Longinus
all.
earlier.
Any relic even remotely to do with them, in fact.
18 spears? How many of them exist in all?
No one knows. Especially as there is only one authentic one, of course. That all adds to the mystery, don't you think?
Well, please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Of course. So sorry. Interesting. Okay. The Spear of the... If it's what I think it is, the Spear of Longinus. Longinus, I think, it's a Roman soldier. He basically was to do with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, I believe. I think one brave soldier, pierced the side of him with his spear, and then it was treated as a holy relic, I believe. If it's what I'm thinking of. It might not be the Spear of Longinus at all, but that's the only spear I've heard about so far, and if he's looking for holy spears, maybe that's the one. I mean, there are obviously other spears and myths and legends. What's this? Well, why do you have to go to a loading screen just to tell me about a
There's
box?
the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Yeah, I have one key. I don't have both keys. Okay, we'll leave that be for now. I'll hold on to the keys. If I put one key in, someone else can use the other key and take whatever's inside. I don't want that. Where am I right now? Where is this place? This is the service stairs. This is a small salon. That's where Mortimer's going to hold his thing. Oh, I'm on the opposite room of the portrait gallery. Ah, interesting. And that's where the service is being held, and he's not going to let me in quite yet. Interesting. Go on, looks like I can't pick it up. Seriously, why?
One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned, both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Why are there so many golden elixirs everywhere? You can't use them for that much. It's literally just if you're using too many items, and if you're drunk or startled or something, which is like a story-driven event you don't really have much to control over or to plan for. Can I go in the garden? Oh yes, I've wanted to go to the garden for ages. Oh. Well, I did see that the third act is called a maze, so I guess a hedge maze was in order. Oh, what was that? Something was there. Search. Yeah, I'm going to search. Of course I'm going to search. Hang on. No, wait. Search.
Golden elixir.
I can't do anything with them. For crying out loud, stop putting them everywhere. It's not a good thing. And I can't pick up the honey. Well, technically I can. I've used some points, but meh. Not going to. Hey, Jack. I didn't even notice you there. Kind of weird. You're usually so tall.
Well, Monsieur de Richet,
Hello.
what brings you here?
Bonjour. And yourself. What do I know about Mr. Pelou? He is weak to etiquette and psychology. That is etiquette.
Tell the truth.
I will do that.
I was wondering the same thing about you.
It's rare for guests to wander about in the garden. I wanted to be alone for 5 minutes.
You look worried.
Worried? No. Resolved would be a more exact term.
Resolved to do what?
Subtitles
What's
are really
the point in
outside.
answering? You wouldn't believe me anyway. I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know. Be seeing you.
Okay. Oh, hello. I can see your eyes.
Tell me, aren't you even curious?
Curiosity killed a cat, Monsieur de Richet.
I'm not a
I
cat.
admit, I made
Oh, hello. I got a thing. Interrogator. Oh, I filled up my traits. Interrogator, you gain 1 point in psychology. You observe something odd about Peru's behavior.
judged you wrongly. Watching you seek out Mortimer's little secrets might even be amusing if I didn't already know the consequences. See you later.
What did he do to you? You fear Mortimer that much? What consequences?
What do you mean by consequences?
You seem exhilarated by all this. But if you continue down that path, you'll end up selling your soul to him too. Well, I warned you. Good luck to you, monsieur.
Interesting. Is Jack going to be like the unsung hero of this game somehow? It's kind of weird since in the first episode he's literally attacking Elizabeth in the library, but they're kind of bigging him up like he's not quite that straightforward. What is this place anyway? So, I mean, I know it's a hedge maze, but why? Why do you have hedge mazes in the middle of your own garden? That just seems very counterproductive. Hello, what's that? Is that a hose? Could be a garden hose. Is there anything interesting here? This looks interesting. No, that's leaves. Okay. Oh, now I'm stuck. You see, this is why you don't have a hedge maze in your own garden. You're just gonna get stuck on things all the time. Wait, is there no way around here? What's all the dog statues? Nope, can't go through there. Okay, what have we got here?
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth.
Ah, I know this story. I finally know a story
There's
here.
a crack in the region of the heart. The state the stone of the statue is in reminds me of the sword.
I'll bet my boots this is where Mother wanted to lure Mortimer.
Just need to know why.
Translate the plaque. Apparently
I
cost me
guide
nothing.
the sword will kill the monster.
That couldn't be more on the nose. Be your lessons. Observe the crack.
Let's see.
Examine the crack. Thrust the sword. Let's not do that yet. Move away. Move, Louis, away. Personal space, Louis, please. Interesting. What? How do you even? How can you even make hedges grow on stone? How's that work? Okay. Weird. Whatever you say, game. Anything interesting I can find here? Memoir to the Academy, descriptions, the bell letters, something. Okay. Not that interesting, apparently. Okay. What is this? Is this another puzzle? Have I found my third puzzle? They love the puzzles in this game already. They're kind of torturing me with them in some cases. What have we got over here? Hello there. Oh, nice genitals. Icarus. I know Icarus' story. It's Greek myth. I'm good with this.
The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After
Well, I
falling
don't
too
know. There's
close to
probably
the
loads of
sun,
people with wings.
He came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity.
Oh, yes. What a pity. Try to translate the plaque. Remember the myth. I don't need to remember the myth.
Well,
I
let's
know
keep
the story of Icarus. What exactly am I doing here, though? Why have you got a hedge maze filled with Greek statues? Coin. There's a coin here.
From Roman Gaul.
I really want to know if there's actually a point to any of those. I really don't think there is. It'd be nice if there was some way. I don't know how they do it, but it would be nice if there was some way you could trade coins for more points to spend on your abilities. Because there's so many points you need to spend on your abilities. It's insane. There's the Minotaur.
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos in Pasiphae.
Translate the pack. Remember the legend? I already know the legend. I don't need to look at this.
Let's go.
Okay. What have we got here? More golden elixir? Oh no, Camelite water. That one I'd actually like to have, but can't because I'm full on it. Okay. What have we got here?
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur.
Again, great set of genitalia and abs. Remember the legends. I can translate the plaque. You know what? I don't need to, but I've got the skill and it apparently cost me nothing.
I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever. In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Okay, I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
What the heck are you talking about?
I wonder if
Okay.
Mother managed to solve this enigma.
What enigma? What does she? What do you mean she solved it? She has the sword.
Asterion.
He's got swords in him too. Hang on. What's it say about his
Asterion
legend
was the
then?
son of Pasiphae and Minos, or rather the result of a curse put on Minos.
Minos was punished for betraying Poseidon. Of course, as strangely it often happens, it wasn't he who was punished, it was his wife. She had to mate with a bull, no less.
From that
I wonder where
union,
Zeus and Hera.
Asterion was born, who everyone knows as the famous Minotaur. Rejected by Minos, he was shut up in the labyrinth so he could never leave. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, he died by the hand of a hero desperate to restore his reputation.
What? Is that how it works? This apparently cost me nothing.
Technically, Asterion is the victim of the story because he's described as a child cast out from birth. Born from an extramarital union because of the errors of his father, he was treated as an outcast all his life. And he died as innocently as he was born. A tragic story, as the Greeks knew how to do so well.
Okay.
Let's go.
Why is that a thing I can do? I don't even know. Hello, what have we got here?
Minos, son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to
Father of
Pasiphae,
Asterion,
he
apparently.
had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a crack in that statue.
There's a crack on a lot of these statues. I think the only one that hasn't so far is Icarus.
Jester sealed his fate.
Yeah, because this is the one that turns everything to gold that he touches, I imagine. Isn't it? No. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Minos. What have we got? More statue Hercules. I've already looked at you. Go around here. This may just goes on forever. I mean, that's the whole point, obviously, but... What's the actual puzzle here? I mean, obviously I'm still looking around, so maybe something will tell me in a second, but it's like, all these Greek statues in this myth, I know this myth. What is
Daedalus.
the puzzle?
He's the architect of the labyrinth. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus.
Why are they so far apart? Is it to symbolize his death? Translate the plaque, remember the mythology, observe... I don't have to, I know the legend. The king imprisoned him because he was a great inventor. He trapped him in a tower, made him make all these great things, including a labyrinth, and he made some wings out of wax and metal feathers, told his son, don't fly towards the sun. The sun didn't listen to him, and so he flew over to it. The sun melted the wax, the wings fell apart, he fell to his death, and it's a great story about how ambition is our downfall. Yeah, it's just the whole story of Icarus and Daedalus. What does it help me with this situation? Absolutely nothing. There's another statue here, and there's also a, what do you call these? Gazebos? I think it's a gazebo.
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete.
Any of these are freebies? This is a
I
freebie.
seem to recall that her fate was not something you'd want.
She was punished for the sins of her husband. She had to mate with the sacred bull of Poseidon.
9 months later, she gave birth to Asterion, better known as the Minotaur.
It's crazy to see to what extent women have always been mistreated. When they're not harpies, gorgons, and other witches, they become victims.
I'm not going to deny that or anything.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's continue anyways.
I am continuing on. What is this?
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden.
Kiosk,
Too
not
cramped to be
gazebo.
able to
Yeah.
do much.
Well, there must be something going on there.
Oh, there's a handprint symbol. We'll look at that in a minute. Oh, cool earth symbol. Wait a minute. Hang on. Didn't I already have one of those? Wait a second. Do I have all the keys I need to open that chest? Hang on. Alright, we'll come back and have a look at this thing in a minute. Let me just go and open that box. Or see if I can open that box. Okay, I got both keys now. So, right key. Left key. Could not pick up the Camelite water. Did I pick up anything else? Could not pick up raw jelly. I got mysterious notes. Is that it? Okay. What are the mysterious notes? Is it... oh, probably one of these. Okay, I mean that could be useful if I can get the rest of it, wherever the heck the other two are. I know there's at least one other of these alchemical boxes somewhere. So hang on, if I can pick up the jelly and stuff, where are they? Have they just evaporated? That's kind of unfair. I deserve to have those, just because I can't carry them right now. That's kind of annoying. So has anyone else noticed that the last eavesdropping decision I made was kind of pointless? Like, it presented it like as if I have to choose between eavesdropping on those two or going to find my mother, and I chose the non-find my mother path, and yet here I am, seemingly following her footsteps with the stone sword and these statues and the maze. I mean, I get it, this act is called The Maze, so obviously they want me to do this, but should I be doing this? You gave me a choice and I chose not to do this one. I kind of feel like I shouldn't be doing this right now, but... Why is another loading screen? Seriously? Read the message on the plaque.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Okay. What?
What is that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism.
I cannot press at the moment. I don't want to waste my abilities just checking that thing. So, I've got to put the sword in something, surely. They've all got cracks on them. Well, most of them have cracks. I think she doesn't have a crack, and I think Icarus doesn't have a crack. So that leaves me with Ariadne, Daedalus, Theseus, Asterion, and Minos. Or Minos, however you want to say it. So, I've got to figure out where the sword goes. Using the clue on the plaque. Wait, what's it say?
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
It's up to the... What's that got to do? Trust has got nothing to do with the Theseus story though, does it? As far as I know. Oh, it says deliver judgments. I've got to pick which one of these deserves a sword. Right, hang on. So, like, normally the first thing you'd think is Asterion's the Minotaur. He's got 2 swords in him already. Put the third in and call it a day. But then when I looked at someone else, it said he's really a victim here. He was just a son born as a Minotaur, unfortunately, because his mother had to have sex with a bull. So, he's a victim, apparently. Theseus over here, he's the hero that kills him, but that doesn't necessarily make Theseus the wrong guy here. They just made a maze, but, like, he's not really evil. That guy's kind of evil. And Ariadne is... Also, the golden thread is just all over the place. Am I supposed to be following the golden thread or something? Goes... wait a minute. Where does it go? It goes from Ariadne to Theseus. Yeah, because Theseus has to follow the trail to get out the maze. Although I don't know why it's going through the maze wall in this case. I don't get the puzzle. What's the puzzle? What am I doing? Does it say anything on the sword itself? Stone sword with moss on it. Well, moss can only grow in a dark and damp place, so... Like, this statue's in the lights. The Ariadne one's in the light over there. He's not exactly in the dark. He's more in the shade than I guess the other two are. So I interrupt, guys. The recording kind of died at the end of that session. I played until the end of the episode, and I thought everything was fine. I all finished up, and I looked back in editing, and yeah, it's all messed up at the end. It's all kind of jumpy, and bits of it are just missing and everything, so I'm recording the bit at the end again. While I was doing that, I decided not to open this right now, even though I have both keys, because like most of the items seem to go to waste, and seems stupid to kind of do that if that's the case. I have also, while playing this ending bit again, noticed there was a box here I don't think I opened before. It cost 2 effort points and a subterfuge skill, and it gave me a piece of amber which bumped my effort points up to 11, but then that gave me another trait. Which one is it? Prince of Amber or something? There it is. Because I found 12 fragments of amber, it gave me an extra effort point. So I'm now up to 12. So that's what that's about, if anyone's wondering why I suddenly have so much maximum health. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. The game just kind of had a... Well, not really the game, but recording just kind of struggled to record everything, so... Yeah, the quantities may not be exactly right. I don't know if I've missed any more collector coins or stuff around the maze over here yet. I've already spoken to Jack and kept those choices the same. maybe a blessing in disguise because I've had the opportunity now to play this game on another file with some different choices and notice a few things that we'll talk about when I finish this. We're near the end already. So yeah, we're going with Minos because, well, partly because it's in the shades quite heavily, and the moss, it makes sense for the moss to grow on the sword and the shade over here, but also because, yeah, like I said before, the
crack is in the region of the heart.
Yes, yes. The passage on the plaque does say something about delivering judgment, and he is arguably the most morally reprehensible person here, and everyone else basically suffered for his crimes. So, yeah, it makes sense to put the sword in there. And I did do him first in the Let's Play footage that got screwed up, so this isn't just me trying to fix a mistake or something. Well, I am fixing a mistake. It's not a mistake in the gameplay, it's a mistake in the recording of the gameplay. Yes, I haven't examined the mechanism yet on this file, fair enough. It's not that complicated, Louis, just press the button. There's a good lad. Yep. It felt like such a good news to notice all the blood down there. Am I not going to get a trait for that? There we go. I was going to say, I got a trait for that last time. Analytical. It just means I solve the Enigma in the Labyrinth at the first attempt, I gain a point in logic. That's, yeah, nice. I kind of just got it from the dumb luck for guessing with the moss rather than actually solving the puzzle, but fine.
Again?
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
These guys are literally just next door from me. They're in the portrait gallery.
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out.
That's kind of weird, because the last two times we had a vision, we saw through the eyes of somebody there. And that time we were just a wandering observer. It's kind of weird.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
Yep, just wipe on your sleeve. You've got 2 people's handkerchiefs, just use the sleeves, fine. Sure, nobody will notice and question what's going on. I love how his first thought isn't even to go and look further into that. I mean, yes, granted, there's obviously things here, and
you're in there, Mother.
We're on our mother's trail, but literally, there's a room next door to us right now. We can go and see what's that's about, and nope, instead we're just gonna go down. Oh well, you got your priorities right, Louis. That's it. There's a fragment of amber. So I did actually in the video itself get that fragment of amber and get the 2 extra effort points in the bottom corner, but I didn't get the other one that was in the building. So I did technically end with 12 effort points last time. I just didn't know I could get another one.
Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes.
You make it sound so scandalous.
These bandages are pretty basic. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get an infection.
Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers, Louis. Oh, hang on, there's something here. Nope, another coin. Still wish they were useful for something. Still not useful or anything. Oh no! Well, at least you've got a couple dozen more to replace him. Update files, go away!
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
This is awkward. Okay, clearly there's someone behind me, just get it over with.
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you—
Tell me who you are!
She absorb Adam's curse or something with a bloodshot eye? Don't know. So yeah, that's how it ends. Like I said, we were pretty close to the ending when the recording kind of got out of me, which is unfortunate. Oh well. Still don't really feel like I'm getting tons of experience through that, despite all the traits that say I should be getting more experience. Oh god. What did I invest my points into last time? I don't know. Brilliant. Well, let's put 1 point in logic, because that's already at, like, the brink of leveling up. Erudition is also at the brink of leveling up. I don't know if I've also changed my book order, by the way. I was forced to, like, re-equip my books at the end of the last episode. I don't know if I've accidentally gave myself new abilities or something. Let's not put a point in Subterfuge, because I'm about to equip a book for that in the next episode. Vigilance looks nice, I think. Yeah, let's go 1 in Vigilance, because that's kind of close to fully leveled up. And then, what have I got over here? Etiquette, Linguistics. I can put points in both of those. We'll put another point in Linguistics, because that's getting quite close to a level up by looks of it, if I'm about to equip a book onto it as well. Yeah, that'll do. So, that was the end of episode 2 of the Council Hide and Seek. I had a fair few positive things to say about this in the original recording session upon getting to the end, but I've since had the time not just to finish this playthrough, but another playthrough of episode 2 of the Council, and yeah, it's slightly less positive now. I kind of alluded to during Let's Play, like at the end of that at the end of this session, in fact, that the decision about Pyagi and Volna seemed kind of pointless, the whole eavesdrop or not to eavesdrop thing. Yeah, it kind of is pointless. If you eavesdrop, you get extra information. If you don't eavesdrop, then you get nothing, if that makes sense. Like, normally when you get a decision, you're giving up something to gain something, and it's your choice which one you value more. That one is literally just pick right and eavesdrop if you want more information. If you don't want more information, then just go left and make your situation worse, because there's literally no benefit to going to Sarah straight away. It's the exact same ending. So, I don't know what the point of that was. Also, I've played the beginning of this game again, obviously, episode 2, and yeah, it seems like no matter what, you're kind of investigating Emily's murder, which is wait, is it Emily or Elizabeth? It's Elizabeth. God damn it! Alright, you're investigating Elizabeth's murder, and that's kind of sad because in one of those possible endings of episode 1, you are the prime suspect for the murder, yet you will still be tasked with investigating the murder. You have like a brief interrogation by Mortimer where you just basically just say what happened. He'll believe you, and then he'll ask you to go and investigate on his behalf, which is a bit silly because, like, episode 1 was so promising with, like, at least 3 different distinct endings, and I still haven't played the one where, you get drugged by Elizabeth and pass out at the end of episode 1, so maybe that one will be different, but I doubt it now. So, after re-recording the ending to this episode, I decided to cue myself and see what would happen if you continued the game from the ending of the first episode where Emily gets you drunk, and Elizabeth gets you drunk, sorry. And wouldn't you know it, it does actually change things. You start things off with Elizabeth not being dead, she's just pronounced missing, and you end up with a confrontation with Holmes in Mortimer's study that I never did, and if you succeed at that confrontation, they believe you're innocent and didn't do anything to Elizabeth, and it just skips straight to Mortimer telling you about Sarah and you doing the tower room puzzle. You completely skip the 20-30 minute investigation around the house trying to figure out what happened to Elizabeth because there's no murder, she's just gone missing. I still kind of think that's a dumb decision to make the ending where you are found drunk in her room go in a different, more consequence-like direction than the one where you are arrested under suspicion of the murder. Because, honestly, for them to suspect you just because you found drunk in her room, but not when somebody saw you talk to her before she was found murdered, still feels kind of weird to me, but it is interesting at the very least that there is a path where she doesn't die. I don't know if I would really call that the good path. Like, I imagine when this is all over, trying to get the quote-unquote best run and deliberately getting yourself drunk just so she leaves, or maybe you just have to drink long enough for her to open up a little bit and then you can leave without passing out there. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to replay through the ending of episode 1 again just to find out. But yeah, as it turns out, you can change the beginning of this game quite a bit, and I kept that playthrough going the whole way through. The encounter with Jack that I missed in the previous act, that just turned out to be he's the one that helps you get out of Mortimer's study if you fail the combination lock. And I don't know what necessarily triggered this. I don't know if this is a result of the Elizabeth Lives thing. I don't know if this is a result of anything else. But when I reached the body at the bottom of the stairs on this run, I didn't actually get straightforwardly confronted with my mother. Somebody snuck up behind me and stepped on a twig, and Louis turned around, and that's where the episode ends, on that cliffhanger. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. Like, this was a run where I chose not to listen to Pyargi. I rushed there just to see, like, would Elizabeth be there if I hurried up? And no, Elizabeth wasn't there. Instead, I don't know who was there. It was a guy in dress shoes. That's all I got to see before the cliffhanger ending. But yeah, so as it turns out, this game does indeed have differences. Still, episode 2 does have things that change depending on your decisions. I just think they're kind of dumb ones because the way they handled the beginning bit with those the results of the first episode felt really off to me. But yeah, this is me putting my hands up and say I was kind of wrong about this. Now that's the end of this little message. We'll go back to my re-recording of the end of this episode to tell you about how much the game hasn't changed, so you're about to listen to a whole lot of waffle that is no longer accurate. But yeah, they had all these distinct endings, and then this one just seems to start the same way, just homogenous, you must investigate Elizabeth Adams no matter what. And then what I just did at the end of this episode, you know, eavesdrop on Pyargi and Volna, get this extra information, choose not to eavesdrop on them, and you'll still have to do the maze section that you have to do no matter what. It's like, I don't know, the game seems to be ignoring my choices, and that I was worried. I said last time, like, it's really easy to get a good start with these sort of games, and this game got a good start, but it seems like they're already squandering that by just giving you decisions where consequences don't matter, ignoring what you've done, and saying, yeah, you can still do the same thing, you know. It takes away my pride. It wounds my pride, because I was like, why would I be proud of making the right call if I then find out, oh, in this other game, in this other file, I can make the wrong call and still end up in the same place. I don't think they understand the psychology of that, because so many games like this do that. They just think, oh, it's fine, just let all gamers end up at the same point for different efforts and different success or failure. It's kind of insulting, generally, and it's annoying because I really had high hopes that this would break the mold. I'm still interested in this game's story. I am, but I thought it would be different, and it's not. Even the RPG mechanics, they don't make things that different. I'm just a little bit more pressured not to spend my points, but all that does is make my experience with the puzzles harder, because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend points, and if I did, most of them wouldn't actually be that difficult. Like I've already said, the Bible puzzle wasn't actually that difficult if I just thought about it more, which I wasn't doing. And if I had spent some points, I probably would have got the answer a lot sooner, just by understanding like what the metaphor was. So yeah, this episode was kind of a bit of a letdown for me. It's just shorter as well, you know, just only 3 sections as well. I know, you know, the prologue wasn't really a section of the previous episode, but nevertheless, you know, you had 4 fairly long and extensive sections here, then only 3 here, which only feel long, because each one of them has a rather complex puzzle involved. The maze, the nightmare combination, and the Bible. Like, all of those were fairly long puzzles that took a long while, but still, it's a shorter episode. It invalidated a lot of choices you made in the previous episode, as well as the ending choice of, do you want to spy on Volna and Pyargi or not? It's kind of annoying. I'm still invested, I'm still going to play these, but yeah, I'm a lot less praiseful than I was before. So yeah, thank you for watching this Let's Play of the Council. I will join you for episode 3 whenever it does come out, and I will see you there. Goodbye, guys.